So with the pandemic, lots of people have been trying to get their Zoom setups to look amazing, and of course, why not? So using the EOS Webcam utility, which is actually in beta, you can hook up your Canon camera as a webcam. And I was wondering, how long does that last? Does it last 30 minutes and you have to go find your Logitech webcam? Because webcams don't look that great. Even high-end webcams, they look okay, but you really have to try and get them to look good. If you already have a mirrorless camera or even a DSLR, why not use that as a webcam? So you can just put it on a tripod, have it right above your monitor, and plug it in with the cable. And I have an EOS M50, and you can't charge through USB, so you're limited on battery. So I plugged this in and just recorded at whatever resolution it put out. Pointed at a clock, using OBS, I just recorded it. This is how long it lasts. Yeah, it lasted about an hour and 45 minutes, and this is with autofocus, which is pretty impressive. Hopefully you're not in a call that long, but if you are, you might not want to use this because probably around the hour 30 minute mark, it starts getting unreliable. I noticed the video on the camera actually froze, except the video feed didn't freeze, so I cut it off short thinking it was dead, and the battery was empty and blinking red, so it was almost empty, and shut it off and then couldn't turn it back on. It was completely dead. It could have been an overheating issue, but the battery was indicating that it was completely drained. I started the camera at 100% battery, the FPS was at 30, and I was using the CineStyle color profile, which I loaded onto the camera. So those are just the specs of what I used during that. You could probably just leave it on auto. Oh, and I need to mention it was using autofocus. So for an hour 45 minutes, it was continuously autofocusing on a non-moving clock, but it was still tracking, looking for something. So it was continuously autofocusing. If you're on a meeting, you're going to be moving back and forth, probably moving side to side, and it's going to be tracking that autofocus. And the screen was on, so you can even monitor what the video feed looks like. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up. If you're using your camera, I had it on manual video with those settings that I said before, but autofocus was on, and it lasted an hour and 45 minutes. So thanks for watching.